Good morning. Good morning. I hope you're safe and well because that is the most important thing. As you can see, it's significantly warmer here today because I've not got one of my very large woolly jumpers on. Although, how long this milder weather is due to last is anybody's guess. Anyway, what have we got for you today? Well, some more information on the tariff code documents that we talked about last week. We've done a bit of analysis on them, and there are actually 4 codes for authorization and only 3 codes for restriction. So what happens is you go through a sequence of taking your chemical product, which will be open within the trade documents if it is a requirement, I understand, and it only applies if you don't have to have any other tariff code documents. That's another thing to watch out for. Anyway, if that box is not grayed out when you go through the process, then you first of all say, does this have an authorization? If it's no, straight to restriction. Now, if the substance or substance in your mixture is potentially subject to authorization, you've got a C code if it is authorized, and then you've got 3 other codes, which are Y codes you can use for the different types of exemption, and you will need to read the small print to find out what they are. Now, assuming that you don't have a substance that's got an authorization in your product, you then think about restrictions. There are a couple of product types that are exempt from restrictions. They have their own code. And then there's another code for products which don't have any substances that are liable for restriction. So far, so good. Although you do need to be careful about that because there are a lot of restrictions that people are kind of less aware of. And I'm just going to, bear with me, I'm just going to check and read from today's newsletter to make sure I'm getting this bit right. The things you have to be aware of are all category 1 CMR, carcinogenic, mutagen, reprotoxic substances under 28 to 30 respectively, and restriction 72. They will all potentially be restricted. And also a lot of physical hazards come under restrictions 3 and 40. So it's not just for restrictions. It's not just, oh, this substance is restricted. It's any substance that has this classification is potentially liable for a restriction. So you do need to be really, really careful about all of this. Anyway, for restrictions, okay, we've got the one that's exempt, uses are exempt from restriction, fair enough. Doesn't contain any restricted substances. That's why 113, and that's where a lot of products are going to come. And then you've got something that's got restricted substances in it. Now, what confused me, being a bear of very little brain, is that it said if it's exempt from column 2 within the restriction list, then you've got a code. But I was like, so isn't there another code for restricted substances where a restriction applies? And the answer to that, thanks to Ali, my colleague, is no, it doesn't apply at all, because you can't import something where there's a valid restriction, because the whole point of the restriction is you're not to put it on the market. So what we've done for our friends in the self-help group and also for our lovely newsletter readers is we've made a draft flowchart going through this sequence, because the interesting thing is, even if you've got a product which doesn't have any substances containing restricted or authorized substances, it looks like you still need this Y113 code. So the flowchart is in draft, like I said. It goes out in today's newsletter. If you're already on our email list, then good news, it will be landing in your inbox at 9:30. Now, if you're not on our email list, you can sign up to look at today's newsletter early. And I'm just putting the sign up here. So that's the link to sign up, so you can have a sneaky peek and read what we've put about it and get access to that draft as well. Obviously, if you go through that flowchart and you think it's wrong or you think anything should be added to it, then please let me know. Email me, janet@ttenvironmental.co.uk. This situation is so complicated. It's and so badly written, and there seem to be varying interpretations in different member states. There's been so little guidance on it that we're all in the same boat here. And, it's quite possible we've misinterpreted some of this, but we think we're reasonably accurate with that. And of course, if there are any changes to be made, I'll let you know in another video and newsletter. But anyway, so that's the work part of today. And now we have the fun bit, the reasons to be cheerful. And I'm continuing, hang on, trying to type and write. I can't really do that very well. Reasons to be cheerful. And it's from the sketch show again. I've hit a vein of comedy with them. And this is sign language. Let me just pick that link up from here and pop it here. There we are. There we are. That's going below this video now. So I hope that this video has been useful. If it has been, then please like, comment, share. And especially I hope you find the flowchart document. So thanks very much on the Y codes useful. So sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself there. So thanks very much for watching today, whether you're live or on catch up. And I look forward to chatting to you again next week. Take care of yourselves. Bye.